Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Heroes Unlimited advice video for the Game Masters, I should say, on Super Team makeup. And I'm not talking about makeup like mascara. I'm talking about what should be in a super team. Superhuman team, I should say. And I did an advice video for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons about the preferred makeup of a group of adventurers. In Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, each class is different, so it behooves the group to have a variety of different classes with multiple fighter types. In Heroes Unlimited, that line of thought goes right out the window. If you have 8 players and they all take the same power category, they can all still have very different characters, and the group as a whole still stands a good chance of evolving or developing into a workable team. Most superhero teams generally have a brain, an energy manipulator, and a strong man, along with other assorted characters. This is by no means a hard and fast rule. And there have been comic book teams of all strong men, all brains, and or all energy manipulators. In Heroes Unlimited, there can be brains who are strong and energy manipulators who are also brains and strong. And it's just, my point is that the sheer variety of the possible abilities makes any standardization of team makeup pointless and impossible. What this means is that it will fall to your players to develop workable team tactics. Teamwork means that the whole is greater than the sum of the individual parts. If you have 5 players, it's up to them to find ways to work together as a team. Rather than try to get your players to roll up specific types of superhumans and aliens, I would advise you to push your players to think of ways to use their superpowers in different ways and in ways that complement each other. Now, whenever we played as, I've had other people run Heroes games, and I have played in other people's games. Whenever that happens, and there's a team to be had that we needed to make for the group, generally speaking, not every character was the same. We had some energy manipulators, we had some strong people, we had some people that could fight and like that. And generally, a variety is better, but in Heroes Unlimited, it honestly doesn't really matter, because you can have energy manipulators who can fight. You can have fighters who are very strong. You can have strong people who are also very smart. The variety is there. All you have to do is find ways to make your players, find ways to get your players to work together better. Teamwork is essential in any game concept, especially if you have a group of players that are supposed to be working together. Teamwork helps. But in Heroes Unlimited, you have such a variety of different characters that virtually any combination can be made into a workable team. I can't stress that enough. The name of this video should have probably been Teamwork, but in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, fighters are cool, wizards are cool, clerics are cool, but not everybody can do everything. So, you need each character class is important for different reasons. In Heroes Unlimited, one character can virtually do everything, theoretically. Now, if you have a character that is one-dimensional and is only a strong guy, yeah, he's going to need different people backing him up. Doesn't make him only one-dimensional, it makes him limited. Which is kind of stupid if you think about it. Heroes Unlimited, having a limited character in Heroes Unlimited. But I have seen people do that. I had a guy who wanted to roleplay so badly that he hamstrung his character every step of the way. I have seen people make bad decisions, take bad options, less favorable options, to go into the role-playing aspect of the game. Which, is okay as long as everybody's doing that. The problem is, most players won't do that. I had a guy got mad at me one time because the martial art he picked wasn't as good as the other guy's martial art. And I said, well, pick a different martial art. Well, no, I want this one. Well, then you can't complain. I had one guy who this is what bugged me. I used to have a player, his name was Edward. He was a good guy, a real good guy. Wasn't the brightest bulb, but he was a really good guy. He had a character, had the ultra-physical structure metal, so he could turn into steel. He stole army tanks to use in combat. He was made of steel, and yet used army tanks in combat. He could bench press a Mack truck, but he would rather go into battle in a tank. I did not get that. I could not understand that. I had another guy who wanted to roleplay a crazy person. And I said, well, that's fine, as long as the group goes along with it and everything's great. But his character used robotics. And so you had a crazy man designing robots. And he played the part well, so his robots were weird as hell. They weren't made for combat, but he wanted to take them into combat. They weren't made for medical uses, but he wanted to make them into doctors. I mean, he played crazy. He really did. I had another guy who wanted to play a crazy character, and his character was invulnerable and could stretch. So he could literally bounce along like a ball, and was laughing maniacally while he did it. And he was going to be the hero in the group, one of the heroes on the heroes team, as it were. What this game boils down to is the decisions that the players make on how to play their characters, because you can make a team that is absolutely wonderful, has every base covered, but if they don't work together, it's pointless. You can have a team of characters that don't work well at all together, but still kick the crap out of bad guys because they're so powerful. So, in this, I would suggest stressing the teamwork aspect of it. It'll make your game go a lot smoother. And remember, as in all tactical or strategic games, it's not what you got, it's how you use it. So, keep that in mind. I know this video kind of rambled a bit, and my intent was to stress that it's not, the character your player wants to make up should be what your player wants to make up. You shouldn't push him towards any specific thing. At the same time, if he's part of a group, if you're running him solo, he can do whatever he wants. But if he's part of a group, that group has to work well together. Or at least reasonably well. They don't have to get along and, share breakfast in the morning, but they have to at least work together. That's all I'm saying. And the better they work together, the better a team it will be. In Dungeons and Dragons, fighters and clerics and wizards and thieves all mesh together pretty well. You're not paladins don't get along with thieves and assassins, but fighters do. So you can have a team that can get along fairly well with each other. No matter what the classes are. Because in Dungeons and Dragons, they're reliant on each other. The cleric heals, the fighter doesn't. You see what I'm saying? The fighter kind of needs a cleric. It's not a necessity, but it's damn nice. They work well together. The thief helps break into places. The wizard is your heavy artillery. So they all work well together. in Heroes Unlimited, they can all be thieves. They can all be heavy artillery. They can all be the fighter types. They can all be the healers afterwards. So again, it's not what you got, it's how you use it. And my recommendation is to whatever powers they've got, stress that they have to find ways to work well together. That will make your game run a lot smoother. I hope this finds everybody well, and I hope this made sense. I kind of rambled on that, and I apologize. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Devo Poland, a scientific representative of a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, is sent away as an exchange officer. His objective, to learn the one skill his species never developed, to fight. And he's sent to learn that skill from the one species who does it better than any other in the galaxy, humans. If you like science fiction with an upbeat military tone, check out my novel, Vanguard 1.